Hey everybody, Debbie Starr here. Today I want to talk about productivity. How do you actually get things done in your business, especially if you're a one-person show? You jumped into this online space because you thought, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to start my own business. But before you know it, you realize that you have to do all of the marketing, you have to do the selling, you have to do the back office stuff. Your head's probably swimming, right? Well, what's the secret to actually get things done? When I'm working with my clients, we try to take that big picture view, that 10,000 foot view. And if you can break things into quarters, okay? So what do you want to achieve this quarter? Your big goals. And then from there, we're going to break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals. But you sit down at your desk, you have all intentions, you're going to start working on that new course or creating that sales page. But then life happens, right? You get distracted, your email goes off, or you hop over to social media, and before you know it, 2 hours later, you still don't have anything done. What we're going to focus on is what I call the power of three. When you focus on actually doing less in your business, you are going to get more done. And the productivity experts out there, they talk about the power of three. So as you're mapping out your big goals and you're chunking out what needs to be done, when you say, okay, what 3 tasks do I have to accomplish today? And we're not talking about checking your email or maybe a meeting with one of your clients. What we're talking about are what are those little buckets of work that need to get done to move you to the next step on those goals. I have a simple little spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you. I mean, you could create one on your own, or you could buy this from my Etsy shop. But what it does is it helps you stay focused on what are those 3 must-do tasks in your business just for today. And when you map things out big picture and you know what you're aiming for the quarter, for the month, for the week, then it's easy to stay focused every day. So let me share this little spreadsheet with you. And let me just talk about what's involved here. Again, it's a pretty simple spreadsheet, but I call it your top 3 daily tasks. And the goal is when you sit down, whether it's Sunday night or Monday morning, you're looking at, okay, what is it that I want to accomplish this week? And the major activities of this week should be those money-making activities and those action items that's going to take you to the next step to reach your goal. So let's dig into this just a little bit. I'll make it a little bigger here now. So the first thing is, I've started one over here, so I'll just use this one. The first thing is, okay, what is that big ticket item that you're working on for the week? So I've got an audio summit that I'm going to be involved in, so that's what I'm going to be working on. And actually, it's summit, not summary. Okay. And then you might be focusing on selling something. You might be selling digital items or courses, whatever. So is there a particular product or service that you're going to focus on? And in the world of online space, you should be making your offers known every day. What is it that you're selling? So you can just decide, what do you want to focus on for the week? And just for fun, over here, I have what I call the word of the week. So what do you want to be feeling this week? So I wrote down determination. All right. So that's my word of the week. And then messaging theme is, what messaging theme do you want to carry out through the whole week with everything? So your social media posts, your emails, conversations that you're having with other people. So this ties in with what I'm talking about on this YouTube video here is less is more, productivity hacks. So that's my current theme for the week. So everything I do, I'm going to keep coming back to that. Now, as we move down this list, I have a box here, life events for the week. So here's the deal. Your work should complement your life, not the other way around, right? So that's why I put it first. So what are some of those focus items in your personal life? So I've just put a couple of notes in here: take my auntie to the doctor and schedule my wellness checkup. Maybe I'm planning a little vacation, whatever it is, I'm just putting it in here. Now, if you're new to Google Sheets or Excel, just a quick little tip for you here. If you do the Alt-Enter, that's what gives you extra lines, okay? And then you can just continue typing. So I'm just going to say plan for weekend getaway, okay? And I can just do Alt-Enter and continue to add things there. So there's the text for that. Then the next little block of text over here, what are those business events or business focus items for the week? Whenever I do my work, whenever I do my planning, I try to do things in chunks so I can have that deep work. Okay. And then what kinds of things am I offering to my students, and that's in my digital business academy, or to my clients, whatever it is. So you can just, again, fill this box. So in my Facebook group, I'm going to be focusing on doing an inbox to zero challenge. I'm also going to be focusing on offering my power offer workshop. So you get the idea. Again, we don't want to fill these things up. We just want to be reasonable with what are those focus items for this week. All right. And then if you're working with a coach, which everybody should be working with a coach, what are some of the focus items maybe that you're trying to work on for the week, or things, even commitments that you've made to yourself? All right. So I'm getting into running more ads. So I've got a goal of getting those ads running. I have a goal of doing my Facebook posts every single day. I'm doing some training, Steal the Show training here. So these are just little items, kind of top of mind that I want to focus on. So that's my coaching checklist. And then a little blank here that I could just type myself some notes. All right. And then over here in this far right is what I call my gratitude journal. Every week, if you just take a few minutes and write down some thoughts of what are you grateful for, what kinds of things do you want to be be aware of, I guess, so that we're not just always nose to the grindstone. So it's springtime here as the time of this video recording. I just love being outdoors, listening to the birds, looking at the flowers. Very grateful for my health, that I can actually walk, that I have strong legs. You get the idea, right? Gratitude for my supportive family. Okay. So you just type a few things here in your gratitude journal. And here's the deal. For this little worksheet, you're going to be focusing on this every single day. You're going to be looking at this every day. So isn't it nice to have something to remind us of what we're grateful for? And as you go through the week, you might think of something else you want to add on to that. All right. And then the last thing is, let me make it a little bigger and come down here. Monday through Saturday, I usually try not to work on the weekends, but notice I only have 3 boxes, okay? And these boxes, you can just come in here and type and type and type, and it will just continue to wrap around, okay? And there's the first priority, then the second priority, and the third. So remember what I said was, there's a little typo. Sorry, you guys. I can't stand it when I see something like this. I got to fix it. Remember, I said 3 must do's. All right. So if this was a Tuesday night, you should be doing this at the beginning of the week. But let's say you were on vacation. So Tuesday night, you're getting ready for the rest of the week. So what are the 3 big ticket things that I'm going to work on for tomorrow? Okay. And I just put them in here. And here's the deal. Guess what? If you get those things done, woohoo, you can go home early because you've achieved those milestone goals. Now, again, I get it. We have to answer our email. You might have client meetings. I'll do another video about block scheduling, how that will help you be more productive with your time also. But take those little administrative things out of the way. When you accomplish these 3 things, guess what? You're good for the day. You've already mapped out what you need to do every day, every week to reach those goals for the month. All right. Is that making sense? So here is what I tell people when they download this. If you happen to, want to purchase a copy of this, I always say make a copy of the entire thing. And then you can make a copy of this weekly planner and work off of the copy. Some people like to go back in time, so to speak, and see what did they do last week and compare it to this week. And if that's the case, you could just copy the little tab down at the bottom or duplicate it and then rename them based on that week. Right? Is that making sense? All right. So let me just come back here and hide this and come back to you straight on. The key is to be productive with your time. You be in control. Take that 10,000 foot view. What are you trying to accomplish for the quarter? Break that down, what you need to do every month. And then every month, each week has its activities to hit those milestones. And if you use a simple little spreadsheet like this, it's going to keep you on target. It's going to keep you from feeling so overwhelmed. And it's also going to help you because when new things want to kind of slide onto your plate and you think, wait a minute, there's only 3 places here. What am I going to give up so that I can slide this in? Because life happens, things change, priorities and things like that. All right. So I hope that's useful to you. Let me know in the comments, what kind of productivity hacks do you use in your business to keep you moving forward? As always, if you'd like some additional help, you could join my Digital Business Academy. It's an awesome membership where I offer marketing, strategy, digital downloads, all that kind of stuff. Super cheap price, can't beat it. So join us there. If you want more coaching, reach out for that. And as always, if you happen to catch this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I would love that. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.